Boom. Greetings, 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 beautiful people. I'm back. Janik, your host. Yeah. For another little chat together about the root cause of all nonsense. Yeah. Like, I started to, I planted all my kale. I'm going to grow kale this summer. Yeah. Yesterday, I put it all in a little. I germinated all the seeds. Now, what I find is better. What I like to do to germinate my seed is really the Scott towel paper, humid Scott towel in a plastic bag, not closed. Like I don't close it to let the air in a bit, and they all germinate. The kale all germinate. The golden nugget all germinate. Chives. Chinko onions. When I have to leeks, so a few stuff. So it's going good. So today, you reap what you sow, right? That's it. But you have to sow something. If not, you don't reap nothing. So yeah, so let me just verify on Odyssey. It's supposed to be live on Odyssey at the same time, but I don't see it. I don't know if you guys can see the live stream on Odyssey. Let me know, but I don't know. Go live. Let's see. Go live. What are you? Doesn't seem to be anything live. Anyway, I don't know. This Odyssey thing is kind of brand new for me. So I'm trying to navigate the whole thing, but I don't know. Now it doesn't seem to be broadcasting live, or I would see it in the page. I don't. Anyway, we will see. I never pre-germinate before planting, just direct into soil. Yeah, it goes good directly into soil if you have often like a mat under to eat up the process to help the soil get warm. But I don't have a heating mat, so I said, I'll try with Scott towel paper. Work good. Work super good. Now I put them all into, let's see if they come out the ground. They should. They have germinated. No mat. But often, like last year, what I did, it goes good. Also directly in the ground, outside with the sun. That I do it too. Like I'm going to do some chives like that. I'm going to plant them directly in and put them in the sun. They have the heat of the sun. But inside, I found I tried chives inside, and I don't know. They started germinated and all that, but they also what I did is I compacted the soil a bit too much. It's like you inside. If you compact yourself too much, you will get stuck. So that's why you have to loose yourself up a bit, like loosen the soil. Yeah, great stuff. So I'm learning a lot. Just doing that plant stuff makes me a lot like relate to my existence. Yeah, I have grow lights inside too. I have grow lights, but I don't know. Maybe like I said, I compacted the soil too much. I think that was my biggest issue here. This time I just put the soil in, left it like that, just tap it a bit, but nothing like the last time. 2 months ago when I started try to start chives, that's what happened. I kind of pressed on it and with a spoon. I went with a spoon and I pressed the soil. So I was compacting the soil too much. Everything was stuck like cement. So it's not good. The root. Yeah, me too. But what I use is it's cheaper than Pro Mix. What I suggest, it's my own take on this. I had no problem with aphids. Like I said yesterday, if you have bugs on your plant, it's not a bad thing. It tells you're doing something wrong. Same like something happened to you or a tragic. It's because you have to change something. Nothing happened for no reason. So the bugs on plant are there to tell you something too. So since that episode that I had a lot of bugs, a lot of aphids on especially on my cannabis plant. Not so much on tomatoes and stuff. I never really struggled growing tomatoes or chives, or that's pretty easy to grow. But the cannabis sometimes can attract aphids a lot, and aphids can take over your plant and destroy it. They suck the sap in the thing and destroy your stuff. But what I did now to go back to what I was saying, the substract I use is there's a place called what's it called? Terrace. Look, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Terrace.co. Terrace.co. I think that's the website. And le weed est propice aux araignées rouges. I hope you don't use Endor. No, sometimes in veg, I will use Endor. Safer Endor. Yeah, but it's exactly. Oh, Norm is in the house. Greetings, Norm. Greetings. Let's stop everything we're doing here. Greetings, Norm. So, yeah. Anyway, Teres.co. That's the company I use for the substract. But what I did lately, I started last year or the year before, I used the bale of peat moss. I buy the big bale of peat moss, same size as the 118 liter, I think, as the Pro Mix. But it's just the peat moss. And then I get big bags of perlite. Like I have one there I could show you, but they're $20 a bag. The big huge bag of perlite, $20. So I use that with the what I said, the peat moss. And then I had the I don't have it here, but it's marine calcium. I mix marine calcium in it to make sure that it's not too acid. Because the thing with peat moss, I think, the thing with peat moss, I think it gets the soil very acid. I heard. So putting or too alkaline or too acid, one or the other. But what's disgusting, Cindy? The peat moss. It's not. But I had good results. Like I said, I have no bugs. My cannabis plants were thriving last year. So I'm like, oh, I might keep doing the same. But what I do now also, often I mix dirt also into it. Like for the front, for my patch in the front, I mix dirt into it. Black dirt or whatever dirt. And all Yeah, Safer Zendal. Puis l'autre aussi, c'est quoi, the one for the moisissure, là? Euh, the powder mildew. PM. Yeah. Bat guana and worm casting I use a lot too. Worm casting. I use a lot of worm casting when I have it. Now I have no more, but I found a place where they could probably provide me worm casting by the trailer. I'm gonna go there with the trailer, fill the trailer of worm casting, mix that in the soil, and yeah, bat guano. Never heard. I heard about it, but never used yet. But apparently, it's very good. The bat guano, la marque de chauve-souris. You could use a bioproduct in prevention. Yeah, but like I said, the best. I have no bugs. I like last summer. I almost didn't use the Endol outside. I think I put it once at the beginning, just as preventive solution. But after that, I didn't use it because there was no bugs. So when there's no bugs on it, I will not use it. It's just in case something really bad happen and I get infested with bugs, then I will definitely spray them with Endol. But yeah, I found it works good if you have a infestation problem. But again, if you have an bug infestation, it tells you something. I was doing something wrong because last year I had none. What I found I was doing wrong is I was giving them too much nitrogen, too much bottle nutrient. This is all nonsense. I do not use that anymore, and the bugs are gone. So I was giving them too much nutrients, I think, is making the soil like want to react, and that's where I don't know where the aphids gets honestly born from, where they come from, but they come from the soil. Definitely they don't come in the air and land on your plant. So they come from the soil. So the problem is in the soil. That's why I said it's like us. The problem is at the root. We have some cleanup of the root to do. Bonjour, bonjour, Island Girl. Greetings, Norm, Cindy. Yeah. So sometimes when bad things happen, we have tendency to see it negatively. Also, same for gardening. But I've learned the water quality can also interfere. I try to use rainwater most possible, but when it's stagnant in the barrel and all that, sometimes it gets very yucky. So the thing I did last year, I used tap water, only tap water. The water directly from that. That's what my great friend, that is a master grower, told me. Use tap water. The thing with tap water is here the ppm is at like 240 something. So if I want to put nutrients in it, I don't have much play because I don't go really much over 500 ppm. Now I'm talking for cannabis. That's what I monitor the ppm. The rest, the tomatoes and that, I go by. I give them a bit of nutrient here and there. I put calcium in the soil, worm casting, the whole stuff. It's more like feeding from the soil than bottle nutrients. Or what I give a lot to is that algae, that what is it called? These algues marines. Un petit pot, là, and the fish emulsion, like a mix. It stinks out tabarnak. The fish stuff stings d'aplomb. You want to know about cannabis growing indoors and out? Connect with Kevin. It's been growing for that. I'm starting to get it, honestly. Even this year, I even did my own breeding. Like I have a whole bunch of females, but I have 6 or 7 that are producing seeds. So I'm making my own seed bank because I'm fed up buying stuff from other people. So I want to be a bit self-sufficient with my seed bank. So I breeded the female that I had there. I had Goddess. I had a plant. The strain was Goddess, and Sweet Buddha, and CBD caramel painkiller. So what I did is I kept the caramel painkiller CBD male in the room, and when it started making pollen, it was flying all over. So it pollinated all the buds and stuff. So yeah, so that's what I did now. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of Epsom salt. Yeah, yeah, Epsom salt, very good. But Epsom salt, isn't it like potassium or something? What is Epsom salt? I think it's the potassium in there, something like that. But I don't use Epsom salt because I use bottle. The only bottle nutrients I buy is CalMag, 4 liter, the B1 Super Drive. That is very good. That's a seedling stage or at the beginning. And sulfate de magnesium. Magnesium, c'est ça. Magnesium, not potassium, magnesium. But magnesium, I use it in a CalMag. Like I said, I have CalMag. That's why the word magical. It's CalMag is magical because you have the magnesium and the calcium in the word. So really, the plant, what I found out, what they really need is that uh, CalMag. Calcium and magnesium are the important nutrient in there. Then after your NPK and stuff. But NPK, you got to be careful because too much nitrogen, like I said, will bring the. No, no, Super Drive. Yeah, Super Drive, the B1 green Super Drive, the one from Technoflora, is expensive. I agree. But I take mine from another company here in Laval. They have it in Mercier. There's a guy in Mercier. He's called Growers or something. And he has the. I paid like. I didn't pay that much. I think $50 for a 4 liter. And I have it for a long time because I use that for the clones. At the beginning of the life, you got to go easy with the being. Same like us. So you go easy, don't give them too much nutrients. But when they start to grow and stuff, then I put the B1 aside maybe a bit. But at the beginning that's what I use mostly. And no more bottle nutrients. That the algae, the marine calcium in the ground, worm casting. Yeah, no, I don't pee in it. I did it once and I fucked it all up. I will never do that again. Never do that again. I tried 3 years ago. I think I said, I'm going to use my pee in the barrel. I have a big barrel outside with my rainwater. And what I used to do also, I used to recirculate the water in it, thinking it was good. That's even worse. That raises the pH. So I stopped doing this. So I just use plain tap water directly from the tap when I want to water my plants. I might put it in a barrel to mix my nutrients. Like I use a barrel and a water pump in it, and I recirculate just to make a good mix, and then I stop it. But no, I don't. I don't do that because that's the year that I fuck up all my cannabis plant because I peed in it. But I didn't pee directly in it, but I peed. I put a little bit of a pee in the barrel, but it was too much nitrogen, too much. It's really, really strong, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of this. I had a bad experience with it, and maybe at small dose, but Santos says use age urine. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. And again, I don't have all the answers. I'm an apprentice gardener, honestly. I started to garden, play with plants maybe when this old thing happened to be this whole awakening or whatever you want to call the spark in my heart. Yeah, that's where I started playing with plants and wanted to put my hands in the dirt a little bit more instead of my heart. I took the dirt out of my heart and I put the dirt in my hand instead. So yeah, that's where I started. So I'm still in the midst of learning and yeah, I even put my period. Disgusting. Yeah, but this should be good. Of course, should be good. Yeah, yeah. Anything organic, do it. Yeah, only way to learn, do it. That's it. I try stuff and that's it. Then I some the stuff that there's a YouTube channel, Much Bros Grows, show a panel of master growers and other. Yes, but what I found on YouTube is there is good information, good stuff, but I found out that just by trying, I've listened to the big stuff, the how to manage the NPK and the nutrients and stuff, but I tend not to listen too much to uh, YouTubers about cannabis because they put a lot of nutrient in bottles and stuff, and they freak out with the ppm, the pH, that this, that. I've never checked this. I never check that. I just give them water. I think we tend to complicate things a little bit too much with plants, when most plants will thrive just naturally with the air, the heater, and a good water, and like a soil, fertile soil. And sometimes we have to. I think we go a bit overboard with all the calculate the ppm. I agree. If you put nutrients, you better watch your ppm, because you're gonna burn your root. Same like you know. If you put too much of something, you're probably gonna get burned. So I've learned that too much, trop comme pas assez, trop too much is like not enough. So there's a middle ground in there. So yeah, I like to experience from and then yeah, leave it to the master. I have other gift. Exact. No, but it's a huge process to master gardening. People think that often you're just gonna plant stuff. There's so much to know about the soil, how to prepare the soil. How it's the same thing with us. I make when I garden, when I'm in the garden, I see, because I see myself like a tree, like I said, like we are trees of knowledge or something. I'm in human form, but I have roots. I have a. That's why I said often it's just we have, like, our appearance is nice. Same like the tree. You're gonna see a tree outside. It looks beautiful, but there might be disease in the root that eventually will show up in the tree. So same like us, we have to be careful what we hear, what we put in our ears and our eyes. And Cindy, really, really interesting. By the way, really interesting encounter with Franco. Franco, I really liked it, and I'm looking forward again for Friday. I really enjoyed myself. He's great, and he's got great humor, and that he's perfect for the podcast stuff. So yeah, I had and I have a lot of more stuff to. I think this Friday we're gonna dig a little bit deeper into the signs and symbols, and also I want to ask him about, do they teach Freemason about teleportation, telepathy, hearing the language of, like, the birds, hearing the birds can are because what I wonder is, in our heightened state, not in our program and not brainwash, because that's what we need, in our program and conditioned state of muggle. When we are muggle, of course, we're not focusing on the language of the birds, but I'm wondering if we, if we work on ourselves enough, if we attain that state of pure, I don't know, purity, but that I'm going far, but hearing the birds and knowing what the birds are saying, that's what I'm talking about. If there is possibility that we can, because I heard the language of the birds and stuff, like there's people talking about that, but I'm sure we have ability to hear the animals. That's what I'm saying. But if we, like, do they talk about esoteric stuff in Freemasonry? Do they bring them, like, towards the ultimate reality of this plane? Are they put in touch with? Because to me, I don't know if someone really knows where we are. Probably some government or some maniac out there have an idea, or maybe they have discovered it, or who knows. But for my part, I have no clue. I have no clue where I am. I'm on Earth, but like it's so weird, the whole thing. So it's yeah. So I wonder if they are put in touch with the. But again, I see, because I don't know. There's so much, like the costume, and like it's I think also it's very far aligned with nature. Like, they do these things inside buildings. They do all their rituals inside buildings. Like, they don't do rituals outside in nature with animals, with plants, with so it's very unfractal environment, which is the building. So how can they attain pure energy or pure the state of pure love, or is that the goal to bring them in there and really, yeah. Went twice to their meetings. One was on crystal powers and stuff like that. Do they put them in touch with the stuff that the muggle world don't know or don't want to know or are too busy watching TV to know? Like this kind of stuff, because I think there is probably powers we could tap in, but we just don't know, like telepathy and uh, maybe teleportation too. Like Star Trek. I don't know. Seems a bit far fetched, but I'm gonna ask PT also. I'm gonna have PT on the True One show at beginning of April. He said we're gonna start a new series with the new year. So PT is coming back. So I'm gonna ask PT also all that stuff to know what he thinks about that. What's his perspective on that? Yeah. So beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, yeah. So that's it. So we're gonna have a great time again Friday, Cindy, about that Freemasonry stuff. Anyway. I've wrote a lot of stuff. Let me check. Like, do they teach them to stop watching TV? Like, do they tell them a bit the reality of this world? Like, because I'm sure listen, I'm not sure. I don't know anything. I don't come here because I know stuff. I don't know nothing. I'm just in the midst of rediscovering myself, rediscovering this world, the vibe, everything that's alive. So I'm just looking for stuff, but I prefer say I don't know nothing. I don't pretend to know. I want to learn. So, but I would like to learn about Freemasonry exactly from someone from on the inside is always better. Yeah, do they teach them about like the fifth five element and stuff like that about the basic stuff, how to exit the matrix, stuff like that? I don't know. I'm curious about that. Or is just another organization to make slave robots? Like there's different stuff. There's different religion. I'm not saying that, but and they all point to the same. So it's all manipulation to me. Like I don't know. I don't judge people that are religious, and it. I went into church at the beginning. At the beginning, I thought I was gonna find something in the church. I even got married in a church. So I'm not judging anyone here. I used to look up to churches as a place of serenity. Ooh, no more. Like today, I would not go there. They teach them enough to. That's what I'm wondering, because it looks that way. Like with all the because it's very superficial, like the costume and the bling bling and the like. It's I don't know. It seems I don't know. We will see. We will, but again, it's just the way. The things about Freemason is that they are doing rituals. I don't. But exact. What about all the rituals? What is that? Like exact. And again, I don't think it's because the rituals that they do, maybe they impact also the frequency we live in, but I don't. There's so much people emitting bad frequencies or low frequencies that yeah, sometimes we pick them up, but it's flowing everywhere. No? So that could just be another low frequency stuff like religions and all that, the government and the Babylonian stuff. No? It's all about rituals and symbolism, but there is what I'm wondering is, do they go to the root of things? To the yeah, do they put them in, or is it like the Muggle world? Because it's a lot. He said it's a lot like society. So what? It's just a bunch of Muggles in a temple. Like Is that it? It's just a bunch of muggles united in a temple, praying or whatever they do to. So this is what I'm wondering. Think the Blue Lodge Masonry is a front for protecting. Yeah, c'est sûr. For sure, it's a. There is something like I don't think the whole government is aware, like all the deputies and stuff, and the people that go into politics, that study politics in school, and this, that are aware how reality really functions here. Like they're into the matrix. The matrix is in our head, and most of us are in there, inside Babylon, and give it energizing Babylon. So every energy we emit is frequency that affects us. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. So the rituals that they doing, is it like do they sacrifice humans and stuff? Like we won't know that. He's not gonna tell us anything about that. I don't think so. But to me, it appears like it's very unfractal, very unnatural because the temple is into a city. Like it's not a temple somewhere in nature. No, it's downtown Montreal. Like it's really right in downtown. So it's concrete jungle. So it's very unfractal. The environment where they do their stuff is not aligned with nature. That's what I'm gonna bring up to him. What if we put that temple outside in nature? Like they go like this would add more credibility to the emancipation that supposedly they want to portray, that there's so much they want to make such great beings out of men and women. Well, bring them in nature. Why they don't do that? Why is it always inside a building and with so many symbols and stuff? To all this affects your consciousness, your state of being. There is a lot of symbols in nature too, but they're natural symbols. The leaves, the grass, the bridges, but not the bridges, but the the rivers and stuff. So there is lots of symbols in nature, but that's the one we. That's it in secrecy also, but they're discreet. They're not secret because we pretty much can find out anything we want about Freemason, other than the probably the rituals, and that you would have to go into. But it's just the whole thing. How it's, I don't know. It's very unfractal. That's the other part. They will never let you full truth if you're not exact. Is there a way we can know exactly what is going on in there unless you go in it and you get indoctrinated and you like? Is it just another thing to capture the soul of man? It appears that way to me. I don't want to go too far in my assumption because I'm not done my reflection with Franco, but it appears it's something, another thing to capture the soul of man, like churches, like sect, because it's a bit cultish, like it's a bit cultish, the rituals and also he said there's not a complete fraternity in there, like there's a lot of discord. So I don't know. Keyword indoctrination. Exactly. It's over time. That's why probably also it's so long, to get to 33rd degree. It takes a long time. I think it took Franco 15 years. 15 years. It's a huge indoctrination. So what do you feel after that? What do you think? So it affects you for sure. Liberté, mon cul. Égalité, mon cul. Ben, c'est ça. Liberté de quoi? Liberté first, liberté, you won't have freedom until the animals are free. We are torturing animals day after day, putting them in cages either to test product or for meat consumption, like industrially growing, breeding animals and stuff. So the first thing, if we want to be free, we have to free the animals. Stop enslaving them, because as long as we enslave the animals, you're going to pay for it. Trust me. We're all going to pay for it. So until we realize that other beings on earth have to be free, if we want to be free and feel free or have liberté or whatever, that's why it's ludicrous to go out there with your flags and stuff. I said it yesterday. That's has nothing to do with freedom. And freedom. You free yourself from the dome. It says it, freedom. So, assuming there is a dome and that you can exit that dome, yeah. Why, if they exist for so long and work for the greater good, are we in this state of crisis today? Attends, I have to reread what you said there. Why, if they exist for so long and work for the great, yeah, that's it exactly. Okay, that's a good point, Cindy. I get what you're saying. Exactly, if they work for the good of man and they are there for the good of humanity, it's been around for over 400 years, even more. I don't even know. It goes back a long way. Well, if they are doing that much good for humanity, why isn't it showing up in society? Again, we have to understand that the Muggles are very rebel against divine, like we have rebel against divine forces. That's the truth. Okay, no one can deny that. Just go take a walk outside. Just go see other beings act in society, and you're gonna realize we have rebel against divine. Now, is that thing Freemasonry really orientated to divine God stuff like that? But God, I like what Santos said about God: uh, generate, operate, and disintegrate. It's like everything operate this way. It's like we are born, we grow, and we decay, like something like that. We operate and then we decay. So that God thing is in everything, in the trees and every. That's a bit the cycle. It's cyclic or something he was explaining. But exactly, if they do so much good for humanity, why are we not seeing? Some might say yes, we see it because they are bâtisseurs. C'est des bâtisseurs. Uh, Originally, Freemasonry was, yeah, to build up something in society, but why build up? Is it to make? Are they there to construct more unfractal structure, or they're there to build up humans? That's what I'm wondering, because it seems to be a lot about the fluff, the stuff around, like the buildings, the costume, the little white gloves and stuff, and nothing really natural there. It's not natural to put that much stuff on your body. Like, we should walk very, very with because our skin breathe. Our skin is an organ, so we should let it breathe. Like, most of the time now, I'm not en beden, but most of the time in my house, I never have a shirt on. I won't do it here. I'll put a shirt on. But most of the time in the summer, I'm always en beden. Promène tout le temps en beden dehors. Jamais un gilet. Beden puis short. En short puis en beden. Fait, so this is natural. I can feel the wind. My skin can, absorb also all the stuff in the heater that is good for me. There's not much these days. That's what you're going to say. There's not much these days in the heater that can benefit us. There's so much pollution in the heater, like the waves and the radio frequencies and the electromagnetic wave and 5G. So, name it. It's full of stuff, but you don't see it. So you don't think it's affecting you. That's it. But it is there. It's like the wind. You don't see it, but it's there. It's a great, great force. So yeah, so that's what I'm curious about. If they do so much good for humanity, Freemasonry, we should be reaping the what they have sowed. We should be reaping what they have sowed by now, I think. But that's why I don't know. And the whole costume, like I said, putting that much clothes on you is very unnatural. In the buildings with full of symbols, the black and white on the floor. It's very cultish and creating, like, they are about that duality a lot, false duality, or I don't know what. But yeah, I don't know. To me, that's why I'm very like, I don't want to demonize it and say it's all evil and stuff, but I have more research and more. But the ultimate research is the experience. So I would have to go into Freemasonry to really experience what's going on, but they won't let me in. I don't think so. They're gonna qualify me as an usurpeur. This is off topic, but there's no topic here. We're just talking. We're just energizing our being with great talk and great yeah. This is off topic, but have you ever thought about simulcasting to D Live? Oh, you might pack. Oh, no, I've never heard about it. I'm trying to live stream on Odyssey because I seen it on Cindy's page. I seen it on Cindy YouTube the other day. I was in your about section or something like that. I don't know what I was looking for. Some kind of I was looking for our live video that I wasn't seeing on your channel. So I ended up in the about section and I seen Odyssey there. I think you are on Odyssey too, pendant que tu regardes ailleurs. So I went there and I found Odyssey in your link and I clicked on it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. D Live, I will check that out. D Live, I just wrote it. Thanks, Norm. Grateful. So yes, I will. I don't know if I'm live now on. It doesn't show, so I don't know. I think I might have done something wrong here. Motivation Academy on Odyssey. I like Odyssey the way it works. Also, I don't really fully understand it. It's like Bitcoin or something, but it's the new. I like it. I like Odyssey. Honestly, I like the interface and I like it better than YouTube. It's not censored. I can talk about whatever I want. Like here, YouTube. Like I said, it's not YouTube anymore. It's corporate tube. So it's very, very corporate. And yeah. No, you are not live. Just that's it. So I must have fuck up something in the live stream. Tried that I don't know. I was playing with the one from yesterday wasn't appearing. Then I went there and I did something, and I think I just published the one from yesterday for the live today or something. I don't know. I still have to learn about the whole thing, but eventually I will become a pro at Odyssey also. But with enough practice, you can master anything. Just practice. So if I do it every day, at one point, I'll be good. I'll be back here later on. Probably, I'm doing bagels today. Going to make my bagel. I have a batch rising right now, 2 batches. So I'll go do that after. It is bagel day. Yeah, make my own bagel. They're so good. All the rest bagels. I think you heard about it, right? Yeah. So yeah, so Odyssey is the new uncensored YouTube. YouTube really don't like you. YouTube, I hope you hear me. That's it. Rise and shine bagels. Yeah. When I eat, I don't eat. I tend to not eat too much bread, or, but even that, they have bread. They have hated bread for thousands of years. So, and I don't feel bad when I eat bread. So if they would be detrimental to my body, I would probably feel bad. Yesterday I saw something. Yesterday I saw something. It's a few times I see that guy. Have you heard about Liver King? Liver King. He's on Instagram, Facebook. I see these videos sometime appearing and stuff. And this guy eats raw meat all the time. Liver, uh, testicles of bull. He has his own ranch and stuff, and he raises his own cows and stuff, and he slaughters them and all that. But he eats the meat raw. He eats like he takes the liver of the cow, literally, biting it. I was like, I didn't know what to think, honestly. I did not know what to think. I did not know what to think. I'm like, he's acting like a freaking Viking medieval man or something. I don't know. It's hard to process. It's the first time really I seen someone like really biting into a liver, like literally. You can. I don't know what to think about it, honestly. I was a bit on shock. I'm not saying it's not good or whatever. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. That's not what I've been used to. No? Eating raw meat, raw liver, raw organs. He eats everything from the bone marrow, raw, Hannibal style. Exact. Hannibal style. Have you seen that guy? I'm like, I don't know. I was a bit. What's next? We're gonna eat human raw. Like we have. Is it a path of devolution or evolution? Is it devolution or evolution? I don't know. Honestly, I'm in the middle. I find it disgusting. Yeah, all the blood and like I don't know. It's I don't really know what to think about it. It's Hannibal style, like really. And the guy is buff like fucking crazy. Like he's in shape, but in shape. Is it being in shape? Is it? Are we supposed to do that with our body to train to an extent where we become like Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno? Remember him, the Green Man? Yeah. Are we like supposed to train like this so intensively that our body start to inflate? Maybe I don't know. I fast for 18 hours, eat light vegan 2 times during the next six, and fast. Yeah, I don't know. Island Girl, Suzanne, Suzanne from where is it? Han Harbor? How's it called? I forgot. Not Pearl Harbor, Han Harbor, I think. Is that it? Han Harbor, Michigan? I forgot. I talk too much, I forget stuff. That's what's happening. H2O during fasting, yeah. Han Harbor, sister, Han Harbor. I was right. Han Harbor, Michigan. In the house, yeah, yeah. Large up to all great people from Michigan. Yeah, not far from here, so yeah, yeah. H2O, H2O during fasting. Yeah, lots of water. But again, is it are we supposed to drink 8 liters of water? I think we should listen to our body. We're not intuitive enough with our body, I think. Even me, that's what I think I should listen to myself more instead of listening so much to external information. Just listen to yourself. Kevin sends his greetings. Same for me. Same for me. Large up, Kevin. Master grower. Yeah, yeah. Another one in the club. I'm not a master yet, but I'm getting there. I'm starting to really know what I'm doing by experience, or just by doing, trying stuff. And it's what life is, eh? The more you try stuff, the more you're gonna master these things. And but I just like to me, I just got rebirth, so I'm just woke the baby inside me. So yes, I'm willing to learn and willing to play with dirt and stuff. But yeah, H2O, that's the other thing, the hydrogen. The hydrogen, man. Have you checked that out? That's another thing that interests me, no? The to look into, no? But I find it's a might be a hype. I don't know. There's so much stuff in this world, no, that are proposed to you and gonna like. I don't think our ancestors had hydrogen machines. Okay, we are, but some say we are devoluting. Not it's not an evolution; it's a devolution. So is this all part of a devolution process to create machines, or it's to help us live better? I really am asking that question often, especially when something new is created, or like, do we really need that? Like, are we okay to just breathe air in nature, and with like not in the city, not in the concrete jungle, but setting, but in nature? So I don't know about all these things, honestly, and the price is putting me off also about that machine. Is it really necessary, or can we do with just what our yeah? If we are evolved enough, sure. That's what I wonder. But like, if you are a muggle stuck in the matrix, I don't think an hydrogen machine can give you clarity of thoughts. That's my point. But often, if you are at that point to research for all those not because it's from water. The hydrogen's from water. H2 is hydrogen and O is oxygen that gives you water. So it's very simple process. You extract the hydrogen from the water and you breathe it or drink it. I'm sure it's beneficial, like, but isn't it what we're is can because you create also hydrogen in your gut, so is a proper diet will help you create that hydrogen that you need to for your organs and cells and stuff to function properly. But that's it. I think sometimes it's I don't know. We get caught up in many hypes and stuff, and we tend to attach to this. And so me, I'm gonna go do my bagels because I'm sure the dough has risen by now. Risen. Has rise by now. Yeah, I do have a drinking hydrogen bottle. I'll fill it with my distilled water. I'm sure it has benefits. I'm sure, I don't deny that it's. They say it's the God molecule and all that stuff. I have more, maybe research to do on it. My independent research to have a real feel about it. But I see it everywhere, and they say that. But Santos says that the sun is made of hydrogen. That's the energy it uses to emit the light and the warmth, the heat. I don't know. Never been to the sun. So I would have to. I don't know. Again, it's just stuff I have to believe. So is it where I want to focus on? I don't know. Kombucha is very good. Kombucha, my wife loves it. Kim loves it. I am a kombucha fan. Fermented foods, drinks are healthy for the gut. Yeah, pickle too. I love pickle. Fermented pickles. Yeah. Fermented stuff's very good. Kombucha, yeah. The I find it's better, but I'm not a soft drink drinker. I've never drank soft drink. My mother never really introduced me to soft drinks when I was young. But this is a bit like a soft drink, but healthy soft drink. I like the carbonated that's what we like about soft drink is the carbonated effect, the bubbles in it, the gas. And apparently, it's very good for you. Also, like it's very good also to give carbonated water to your plants because everything thrives on carbon or something like that. Like, think it's in you or whatever. I heard so many stuff about that. Oxygen is oxidation, exact. Hydrogen is pure vibration. I fucking love Santos teaching. I practice a lot. Yeah, that's why I'm. He has great stuff, Santos. Like I said that's who I got the other day on too when I was looking about that hydrogen man. He was with Santos, and I really liked what I heard. But the only thing is the machine. It's like $3,200 Canadian, 2005 American or something. So it's pretty expensive. So I don't know if that's the only machine available that does that kind of job the way it does it. Maybe there is others. I saw some on Amazon, but I tried to avoid Amazon. So I don't know. I was never into soft drink either. No, never drink that. Never. You're never gonna see me with soft drink. I'm not at all a soft drink drinker. I drink water. I drink tea. I have David's tea. I'm big on David's tea. That's my addiction. Probably is David's tea. I have so much here. When it went on sale, I bought a whole bunch. Sometimes watch David, but David's tea. The only thing is there's a lot of artificial flavors. Which what the heck is that? Like artificial. But I tend to go with the teas that have stevia or stuff or no stevia or $40 at Amazon for the USB chargeable water bottle. Yes, that's it. But I, the guy that I saw said, "Don't waste your money on Amazon hydrogen stuff. It's the metal in it is gonna leach in the water and stuff." I don't know. Yeah, $3,000, 3,000, yeah, 500, something like that. I'll just breathe air for free. Exact. That's what I'm saying. Like, like the whole thing about it. What I find very awkward is you do a YouTube video for a machine that sells 3,000 something dollar. Like most people cannot afford that. Most people that have a bit of common sense and not money to just waste won't buy a machine like that. I don't, unless, I don't know. It's very, very, again, will it completely regenerate you from the core and if it has that effect of giving you a health that is, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we don't need to make Bezos any rich. I've tried to avoid Amazon exactly. It's such a trap, such a trap, and it's convenient. It's there. It's fast. It's you order often. I get it the next day or the day after. I get it, but I like the kayak and the paddle board. I'm gonna buy it from someone in the. I found someone in Candiac here, not far, and they have it. So brand new, $400 each. That's what I'm gonna buy. Fuck Amazon. Imagine if hospitals bought these. Oh wait, they are talking about med beds now. Yeah, but they in Japan apparently it's very popular that hydrogen treatment, and they give it to. But here the thing is, we're so close-minded, so conditioned to think and stuff that we think only pills will cure us or something provided by the medicine, the hospitals, or so we rarely go into finding a cure that really works. Like often we are just like in what we've been told, like to take. So I think there is other things out there, but the only thing is I don't know. It's the price that I find is a bit crazy, a bit crazy. But it's just my opinion. But again, it might be very. If you have the money, and you want to spend money on this, go ahead. Like might might be pocket change for you, $3,000. For me, it's not. So I prefer put that money onto publishing my book and stuff. Maybe then I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, you guys think the med beds will eventually come out? What is the med beds exactly? What do you signify by med beds? Med beds, you mean the medicine they feed you in your bed? Is that what you're saying? If you could extend a little bit. Sometimes I'm not quick to get these things that you're. I think yeah, but it will be for everyone or the richers. Yeah, exact. But you don't. I've never seen those machines here in Quebec in hospitals or when the ambulance come and get you. I think it's oxygen they give them. It's not hydrogen. Maybe in the ambulance, when they give you air or you see those people with those masks often. They need air or something. Maybe they should be breathing hydrogen to help them. But I've never heard of that. I First of all, before I got onto Santos talking with the hydrogen man, I had no clue about that. Absolutely not. So it was all new to me, and I'm like, wow, not that I never heard about hydrogen, but I heard about the hydrogen bomb. Like it's very powerful energy, hydrogen cars and stuff. So imagine you breathe that same hydrogen, you must become on fire. I have no doubt it must put your cells on fire and your whole brain so sharp and quick and sharp. Like I'm sure it has tremendous benefits, but it's not accessible really, unless yeah, higher technology that is not yet released. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go check my bagels, and I'll be here later on, probably 7 p.m. tonight. I should be in the tube again. This time, I'll try to broadcast on Odyssey at the same time. I'll set the live stream after, but it says here live on Odyssey, but on top, yeah, I have the Odyssey thing, but I'll be back later on after all my bagels today, and I'll show them to you tonight. Yeah, I'll show you my bagels. They're so good. Okay, so large up, everyone. Have a great, great day. A massive, with massive energy and gratefulness. You know, the power of gratefulness, the power to be grateful for life. You know, do what you can here with what you have, and that's it. Never be satisfied, or be satisfied at one point, but do what you can with what you have. Full joy your day. That's it. Large up. I'm out. Boom. See ya.